standard, the second lesson, that is nutrition in animals. Yes, nutrition in animals. Yes, in the last class we have talked about the digestion, how digestion takes place, how it starts. It starts from our mouth. Yes, in the mouth, what type of tooth we have. Yes, if we have the incisors. Yes, canines. Next premolars. Then backside they are molars. Yes, with this teeth tooth, yeah, we can chew our food like a paste. Now here he has given you the activity, that 2.3 activity. What is the activity? Let us see here. Now here in this activity, yes, he is showing the he is asking you to take 2 test tubes. Yes, to take 2 test tubes here. 2 test tubes. In that test tubes, he is asking you to put in the A. This is A and this is B. Yes, this is A and this is B. In A, he is asking you to put a teaspoon of boiled rice. 1 teaspoon of boiled rice. And here in the B, he is asking you to put 1 teaspoon of chewed boiled rice. That ಪುಟ ನೀವೇನು ಅಗದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಆ ಟೈಪ್ ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ಬಿನೇ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ಡ್ ರೈಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಎ ಒಳಗೆ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ now after chewing it for 3 or 5 minutes, add 3 or 4 ml of water in both of them. He is asking you to add 3 or 4 ml of water in both the test tubes. Now after that he is asking you to now drop 2 or 3 drops of iodine solution. He is asking you to put iodine solution in this both the test tubes, in each test tube, and absorb. Why is there a change in the color in the test tube? Discuss the result with your classmates, with your teacher, and what is the change happening here? Yes, the saliva breaks down the starch into juice. When you are chewing the food with the help of saliva, the watery part in your mouth is called saliva. That is changing the food into starch and next into the sugar. ಅಗದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದೇನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಚ್ ಶುಗರ್ ಈಸ್ produced. What is the work of the tongue here? Tongue is a fleshy muscular organ. It is attached to our mouth. Yes, it is attached to our mouth here at the back of the floor of a buccal cavity. Here there is a buccal cavity. This tongue is attached to that buccal cavity. It is free at the front and can be removed in all direction. Do you know the function of the tongue? Yes, you know what is the function of the tongue? Yes, it is doing so many works. Tongue you can twist in all directions, but back it is being held by the buccal cavity. We use our tongue for talking. Besides, it mix the saliva with the food during the chewing and help in swallowing the food. Yeah, what it is happening? You dry food ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, saliva, with the help of saliva, it is being chewed and made into fine paste, and it is making easy to swallow. tongue ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಅಗಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಚೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಎಸ್, it also tastes food with our tongue. We can taste our food with ಚಲೋ ಆಗೈತೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ, ಉಪ್ಪಾಗೈತೆ ಇಲ್ಲೋ, ಖಾರ ಆಗೈತೆ ಇಲ್ಲೋ, spicy or not, we can taste it with our tongue. So tongue is doing so many functions. So it has tasting buds. Yeah, there are some buds which can taste the food, that detects different tastes of our food. We can find out the position of the taste buds by following activity. Now he has given here 2.4 activity, tasting activity. Means how our tasting buds on the tongue, how they work. Yeah, activity number 2.4. Prepare a separate sample each of sugar solution, common salt solution, and lemon solution, and juice of crushed by neem leaves and bitter leaves. So he is telling you to take 4 solutions. One is sugar solution, common salt solution, and then the juice, and fourth one is the juice of the neem. Neem or bitter gourd. Neem ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಹಿ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರ, ಉಪ್ಪಿನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಶುಗರ್ ಸಿಹಿದಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರ, ಲೆಮನ್ ಹುಳಿ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ 4 ಟೇಸ್ಟ್ಗಳು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾವ, ಟಂಗ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. Some tasting buds are there that will tell us the taste. So he is telling you to take 4 solutions. Blindfold on your classmate. ಏನಂತಾರೆ, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಾಗ ಒಂದು ಹುಡುಗನ ಕರೆಸಿ he is telling you to tie the eyes of him, and one by one you put that one solution. One by one you keep the solution. So by seeing that, without seeing he will tell the taste. Yes or no? ಎಸ್ ಮನ್ಯಾಗ ನೀವೇ ಹೆಸರಿಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಉಪ್ಪಾಗೈತಿ, ಖಾರ ಆಗೈತಿ, ಉಪ್ಪಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಖಾರ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಹುಳಿ ಆಗೈತಿ, ಕಹಿ ಐತಿ, ಹಾಗಲಕಾಯಿ ಪಲ್ಯ ಉಣಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಕಹಿ ಭಾಳ ಐತಿ. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತವೆ? ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೇಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರ್ ಟಂಗ್. ಸೊ use a clean toothpick to put some samples on one by one on the different areas of the tongue shown in the 2.6. Use a new toothpick for each. So toothpick ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವುಡನ್ ಪೀಕ್ is there. ಆ ವುಡನ್ ಪೀಕ್ನ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಈಚ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅದ್ರ ಟಂಗ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಡಬೇಕಂತ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಟೂತ್ಪಿಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ. ಸೊ ಬೈ ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನೋ ದಿ ಟೇಸ್ಟ್, ವಿಚ್ ಟೇಸ್ಟ್ ಹೌ. After ask the classmate with the area of tongue, we could detect the sweet, salt, sour and substance. Now write down your observations in the label figure 2.6. Repeat the activity with each classmate. Like that he is telling you to repeat the activity in the class. Now let us talk about the food pipe or the esophagus. Yes, you can see here there is a food pipe. Yes, that food pipe, and it is also called the esophagus, and it is going to join the stomach here. Yeah, esophagus is joining the stomach. So we swallow our food. The food passes into the food pipe or esophagus. Yes, the food that we eat is being swallowed by the food pipe, and it is going down to the esophagus. The food pipe runs along the neck. It is running along the neck here. You can see here in figure number 2.7. You can see the food pipe here. This one. What is that? Food and how it is pass to the esophagus, to the stomach. And the chest. Food is pushed down by the movement of the wall of the food pipe. So how it is pushed up? When you are swallowing, it is slowly going on inside. Yes, it is pushing up. The food pipe is pushing the food down to the esophagus. Yes. Actually, this movement takes place throughout the alimentary canal and pushes down towards the downwards. At times, our food is not accepted in your stomach and it is vomited out. Suppose the food that you are eating is not going through the food pipe down, then it is said that that food is not tasty, so that automatically will come out in the form of vomiting. Now, stomach. What is the function of a stomach here? What work does the stomach does? Everybody is having stomach. Yes, we eat food. Whatever we eat food goes to our stomach. Yes. Now the stomach is like a thick walled bag. Its shape is like a flattened J. How is the stomach? It is like a flattened J. Yeah, and it is the widest part of the alimentary canal. You see, when it is going to the esophagus, the alimentary canal, that is going directly to the stomach. So it is connected. So opens into this food pipe is going, it is receiving the food, and it is going and joining the small intestine. What is small intestine? In your language you say that doddu karalu, sannu karalu. Yes, you talk, your parents talk in your house. Yes, they are called the small intestine. The food what we eat first goes to the small intestine. The inner lining of the stomach secretes mucose, hydrochloric acids and digestive juice. So the inner wall of the stomach, the inner wall, in the small intestine, what are secreted? ಏನು ತಯಾರಾಗ್ತವಲ್ಲಿ? Mucose, the hydrochloric acid and the digestive juices. The mucose protect the lining of the stomach. What does the mucose do? They protect the stomach, lining of the stomach. The acids kill the bacteria. What does this hydrochloric acid do? What they are doing? They are killing the bacteria present there. Yes, next and enters along with the food and makes it medium in the stomach. And the acids and help the digestive juice to act. The digestive juice breaks down the proteins into simpler substance. What happened? The digestive juice, which is breaking down into small paste, they are called the proteins that are into simpler substance. The small intestine. Now let us talk about the small intestine. So in stomach we are having the small intestine. The food what we eat is going in first to the stomach, and it is going through the small intestine. The small intestine is highly coiled and it is about 7.5 millimeters long. How long is it? How long is our stomach? Yes, our small intestine. Our small intestine, it is about 7.5 ml. Okay, how is that? Meters, sorry, 7.5 meters. Our the small intestine ಎಷ್ಟು ಉದ್ದ ಇರ್ತದೆ 7.5 meters ಉದ್ದ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಒಳಗೆ. ಏನು ಬಳ್ಳಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬಳ್ಳಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಹುಳ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಬಳ್ಳಿ ಹಂಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗೆ 7.5 meters ಅಷ್ಟು ಉದ್ದ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Yes. And what does that small intestine do? It is receiving the food. Yes, it is receiving the food from the esophagus, and from there it is going to the liver. It is going to the liver, and how it is going? It is going in the form of reddish. How it is that our small intestine is which color? Reddish color. It is in red color. What does this? It receives secretion from the liver and pancreas, secreted from the liver and the pancreas. So what is the small intestine doing? It is secreting the juice from the liver. It is getting the juice from the liver and the pancreas. Besides this wall also secreted juice. Besides this small intestine walls also secretes the juice. So the liver is reddish brown glands situated in the upper part of the abdomen. So it is situated in the upper part of the abdomen. Yes, it is which in color? It is reddish brown color. The small intestine it is 7.5 meters and it is reddish brown in color. It is the largest gland in the world. So in the whole body it is the biggest gland in the whole body. It secretes bile juice. What does the small intestine doing? What juice it is giving? It is giving the bile juice. What juice? Bile juice. It is giving the bile juice. Yes, bile juice that is stored in a sac. It is stored in a sac like structure. Like sac and bag, like a bag. It is this bile juice is stored in the sac. It is the largest gland, and called gallbladder. The sac or the bag which is storing bile juice is called the gallbladder. What is it called? Gallbladder. The bile juice plays an important role in the digestion of fats. So what does this bile juice do? It is digesting the fat. It is doing important. It's playing important role in digesting the fat. The pancreas is the largest cream-colored gland located such below the stomach. So pancreas, they are located on the stomach below the upper large cream color. It is which color? It is cream color, which is located on the stomach. The pancreas juice act as on carbohydrates, fats, and proteins and change them into simpler parts. So these carbohydrates, fats, and these proteins all together they are changed into simpler forms called it is called the pancreas juice. The partly digested food now reaches the lower part of the small intestine where the intestinal juice completes the digestion. So after digesting, that is going to the internal part of the smaller part of the lower part of the intestine, small intestine, and now the juice is ready for digestion. The juice is ready for digestion. Yes. So juice completed the digestion of all components of the food. The carbohydrates get broken into simple sugars. What are the carbohydrates when they break down? What are they called? They are called the glucose or the fats into fatty acids. So see the carbohydrates what they are breaking. The carbohydrates break down again. It is breaking into sugar or it is called the glucose. It is also called the glucose. Yes. Then fats, when they break down, what is happening? It is becoming a fatty acid. Fats break down adaga, oily things break down adaga, it becomes a fatty acid or glycerol or the proteins. When they break down, it is forming to ammonic acid. So absorption in the small intestine. Next point is the absorption in the small intestine. Yes, the digested food now passes into the blood vessels. Yes, in the wall of intestine. The process is called absorption. So the now digested food is ready. It is ready in the gallbladder. Now from there it is passing to the blood vessels. It is passing to all the blood vessels in the body, all over our body. Yes, this is called the blood vessels absorbed by the walls is called the absorption. Yes, it is called the absorption. The inner walls of the small intestine have thousands of finger-like outgrowths. So in the small intestine there are thin walls. As I told you, they are like thin walls, like this. They are the thin walls are there. Yes, double-lined walls are there. So these walls, thin walls, they are called the villi. They are called villi. And one wall is called the villus. What it is called? Singular one is called villus. Plural form is called the villi. Yes. This thin walls, they are finger-like. Finger-like means they are like this. Finger-like structure is there. They are called villi. And can you guess what role villi could do in the intestine? What is this villi doing here? What it is doing? What work it is doing? Yes, now let us see. Villi increases the surface area of absorption. What it is doing? It is increasing the absorption area of the small intestine. Digested food. Each villi has a network of thin and small blood vessels. So each villi, yes, one is villis. Each villi means singular one. Villi, one villi. Villus ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ? It is doing a very good work. Like it is doing a network. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್. It is doing the network of thin and small blood vessels close its surface. The surface of villi absorbs the digested food material. The absorption substance are transported to the via the blood through the blood vessels to different organs. So these villis, they are digesting the food and they are preparing the juice and sending it through blood vessels to all parts of the body. This where they are used to build the complex substance such as the proteins required to the body. This is called assimilation. So this process is called assimilation. In the cells, glucose breaks down with the help of oxygen into carbon dioxide and water, and energy releases. The food remains undigested and unabsorbed, enters the large intestine. So what all the main process of digestion, it is taking place in the small intestine. And the undigested food, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ದು ಜೀರ್ಣ ಆಗ್ಲಾರ್ದಂತ ಒಂದು ಫುಡ್ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ, that will enter through the large intestine. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕರಳಿನಾಗ ಅದು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. Undigested food ಏನದು? Undigested food. The large intestine is wider and shorter. Large intestine ಐತಿ, ಇದು ಥಿನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ದಪ್ಪ ಐತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅಗಲುಕ್ ಐತಿ. ವೈಡ್ it is shorter than the small intestine. It is about only 1.5 meters. How much meter long it is? Only 1.5 meters long it is in length. Its function is to absorb the water. What is this large intestine doing? It is taking water. Yes, it is taking it is absorbing the water. It is absorbing the salts and removing all the undigested food out. It is throwing it out with the help of water. The remaining waste passes into the rectum and remains there as a semi-solid feces. This fecal matter is removed through the anus from time to time. This is called egestion. So absorption and assimilation, and the unwanted food which we are sending out is called the egestion. This is the last process. So here there are 5 processes like the absorption, assimilation, egestion, digestion. Yes, these are the functions of our stomach. Yes, now digestion in the grass-eating animals. Yes, we see some grass-eating animals. You see some grass-eating animals like cow. Yes, you can see cow. How it is eating? It is sitting in a place. First it goes in a garden. It eats grass. It keeps on eating grass and it swallows it. And when it is taking rest under a tree, it goes and sits there. And what it is doing? It is bringing back that eaten part out and it starts chewing. Can human beings do like that? No. Human beings can't do. Only grass-eating animals can do this. Yes, it is also called the digestion. It is called cud. What it is eating, it's called cud. And what it is bringing out and again swallowing or chewing it, it is called the renumination. This process is called the renumination. It happens only in grass-eating animals, not fresh-eating animals. Only in grass-eating animals you can find this renumination. ಅಂದರೆ ತಿಂದಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ತಗೊಂಬಂದು ಅದನ್ನು ಅಗಿತೈತೆ ಅದು. ಕೌ For example, you can say cow. Yes, it is again bringing back and it is chewing again it. That is called rumination. Yeah, helps. This helps. Many animals, including humans, cannot digest cellulose. Animals like horse, rabbit, etc. have a large sac-like structure called the cecum between the esophagus and the small intestine. The cellulose of the food is digested here by action of certain bacteria which are not present in the humans. So far you have learnt about animals which process of digestion, but there are many small living organisms which do not have mouth. Yes, there are some animals which do not have mouth. You can see some animals, dog, cat, rat, this cow, goat, sheep, these all have a mouth. But some small living organisms like amoeba, they don't have mouth. Okay, ಬಾಯಿ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇ ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ನ ಎಲಾಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫುಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಆ ಫುಡ್ನ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಔಟಿಂಗ್, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಔಟರ್ ಲೈನ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಫುಡ್ನ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಅಮೀಬಾ. ಎಸ್, ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೌತ್, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮೌತ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್, ಅಮೀಬಾ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, ಹೋಗಿ ಅದೊಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಎಲಾಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಫುಡ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಎಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸಮ್ animals which do not have mouth. So feeding and digesting in amoeba. How does digestion happen in the animals like amoeba? Amoeba is a microscopic single celled organ. Amoeba ಏನು ನಮಗೆ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕಾಣಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. It is a single celled organism which we can see only through the microscope. Yes, and amoeba has a cell. ಅದು amoeba single celled ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಇದನ್ನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. All functions like human beings and animals, ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸು ಆ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗೂ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ cannot be seen. It can be seen only in the microscope. Yes, it is having a, amoeba has a cell membrane, round and dense, the nucleus, and a small bubble-like vacuoles in the cytoplasm. Amoeba constantly change its shape. So ಈ amoeba ಏನಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಅದರ ಬಾಡಿ ಶೇಪ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೈತಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಅನುಕೂಲ ತಕ್ಕಂಗ ಫುಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತೈತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದು ಅದ್ರ ಬಾಡಿ ಶೇಪ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೈತಿ ಫುಡ್. ಇಟ್ ಪುಷಸ್ ಔಟ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೋರ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಸಣ್ಣ ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಎಲಾಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಫುಡ್ನ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೈತಿ. ಎಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಫೀಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಲು ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಏನು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಔಟ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಎಲಾಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಅದು ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಅದು ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಫೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಲಂಗೆ ಅದು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಫೀಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅಮೀಬಾ ಫೀಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಸಮ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ senses food. It pushes out the pseudopodia. ಈ ಪಿ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಐತಿ, pseudopodia. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ pseudopodia. ಪೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದೇನು ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಫೀಟ್ ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತಾರೆ, ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಫೀಟಿಗೆ ಏನಂತಾರೆ, ದ pseudopodia around the food particles and engulfs it. The food becomes trapped into the food vacuum. So ಅದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಫುಡ್ನ ತೊಗೊತೈತಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್, ದಟ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್. ದ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತೆ ಅದು, ಬೈ ಫುಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಮ್. Digestive juice are secreted in the food vacuoles. ಈ ಫುಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಲ್ನಾಗೆ ಅದರ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. They act on the food and break down into simpler substance. Yes, gradually the digested food is absorbed. So ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಫುಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಲ್ನಾಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಫುಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಆಗಿ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ದ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್. ಈ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಬಾಡಿ ಗ್ರೋತಿಗೆ ಅಮೀಬಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀವಿ. Maintains and multiplies, and it is also multiplying. ಅದನ್ನು it is also reproducing. It is maintaining and reproducing or multiplying. The undigested residue of the food is expelled out by vacuum. So ಈ ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಅನ್ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಅನ್ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಫುಡ್, ಅನ್ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫುಡ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ, ಹಂಗೆ ಅಮೀಬಾನು ಥ್ರೂ ದಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಮ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ throwing out the waste. The basic process of digestion of the food and release of energy is the same in all animals. So, in later chapters, you will learn about the transport of food absorbed by the intestine to the various part of the body. So, ಈ intestine digested food ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಟ್ಟ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಮಟ್ಟ ಬರ್ತೈತೆ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಏನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇದಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ, that can learn in the other classes. Now children, this is the I finished the lesson. Now read this lesson and you learn these keywords and some drawings which are necessary, like activities you draw in your fair book. Thank you children.